Hello, friends. It's Monica, also known as Sleeved After 60, and I'm coming to you on Friday, January 26th. So I'm a couple of days late. I usually like to come on Tuesdays because that's my surgery anniversary date. So this is my update of week 44. I had weight loss surgery on March 14th of 2017 in the Twin Cities. My surgeon was Dr. Daniel Leslie. It was at the University of Minnesota, Fairview Hospital. I started my my weight loss journey at 240 pounds. By the time I got to the university, I was 224 pounds. Day of surgery, I was 198 pounds. And this week, I was 140 on the nose. So what does that mean? I checked back, and in the last 12 weeks, I've pretty much stayed. I mean, I go up and down a pound, but I think maybe I saw like 138, 139. And I've seen as much as 142, which of course freaked me out. But pretty much I've stayed at 140 pounds. So, well, what? People always ask me about my experience with binge eating disorder and treatment for it, and how does that fit into my life and what's going on post surgery. It's still there, and I still really have to manage it, not fight it, thank goodness, but I do manage it, and some days are harder than others. And what I notice is that it's very easy when there's stress in my life, and it can be good, it can be bad. Stress, whatever good and bad means. I mean, it can be a good thing, like, I'm getting ready to go to a trip, had to buy a new car, had to, I hate buying cars. That was very stressful, and I feel like, I don't know how to drive my car. It has so many bells and whistles, you don't even want to know. But anyhow, those kinds of things are really stressful to me. And although I don't hit the old standbys like fat, salt, sugar, I can binge eat, do that whole hand to mouth with a pint of blueberries, which, by the way, I can eat a pint of blueberries. I can do it with something like peanuts, which I know that Foodie Turned Sleevey talked about that on The Naked Truth on Sunday. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, because it was really great. She has a lot of information. But my point being that it's always about the behavior. So it's not about the scale, even though, I'm trying really hard to sort of not go overboard when I panic, but to sort of say, okay, like, what have I been doing? So I continue with that. The topic, I think, or the subject that I want to talk about today, that I've been working on in therapy, is the whole idea of integrating my new lifestyle or my new experience, because it's not, I say lifestyle because, as some of you know, I recently got married after, dating somebody we're about to have, next month will be our 23rd anniversary of dating. So after dating somebody for, 22 years, we were engaged for 16, and then we started living together 2.5 years ago. It'll be 3 years in April. We got married, and it's a big adjustment. And how do you integrate sort of this whole, other life? In the past, we had a relationship, we were together, but we lived in separate homes, literally across the pond from each other. For some of it, before that, we were some few miles away. But anyhow, the point being that integrating, like, I'm trying to integrate the changes in marriage. 100 pounds is huge. And I'm about to turn 65 in May, and it's not about vanity. I mean, vanity is separate, but turning 65 is huge. There's some legal changes, like with medical coverage, things like that. And also the reality, my dad died of a heart attack at 70. My mom is doing just fine at almost 87, and my maternal grandmother lived to be 102. So there's that integrating of, I need to take really good care of myself because women live a long life. And on the other hand, I'm closer to the end than I am to the middle. So the thing that I was discussing with my therapist this week was how one of these mornings I was sort of getting myself up and ready and my glasses on, and I had my hair in a bun and pajamas and all that, and I took a look at myself in the mirror, and I really like what I look like. I mean, I really look like an aging woman, and it's okay. And please, this is not about how great I look or how great I look for my age, which I wish I would have, put, $5 in a bucket every time I was told that when I was at OH. It's not about that, even though that's fine and it feels good. But the idea that I'm okay. I'm okay with who I'm in, my skin and my weight, and losing 100 pounds, even though, my arms, flash, my arms are doing great. I'm on my way to see the plastic surgeon today for a checkup, and I'll probably be okay now. I think it's been 6 weeks to go back to Pilates, which I'm sort of, I'm missing because my arms are, they need to be worked on. So, but they look great. They look terrific. And it's too cold to take my clothes off, but I will do, an update. Even though we're having a heat stroke, it's 40, it's 42 degrees, I think, out. We've had a lot of snow, and, we were sort of in a snow, I think we had something like 12 inches or 14 inches, something like that. Anyway, to get back to, I looked at myself and I was okay. And the aging thing is, oh my God, you should see my thighs. I would never get them. Never say never. I don't plan on getting that done because I think that would be so painful to do and not worth it for me. My arms were, but my thighs aren't. So, but looking at myself and sort of going, I'm okay. I'm at peace. I don't need to change anything right now. I feel good. I go up and down the stairs so many times in a day just to do this. I didn't have my notes, went up and down. I didn't, I decided to use my iPad instead of my phone, up and down. There's something else, up and down. And it doesn't bother me. Whereas, almost 3 years ago at 240 pounds, when we combined households and I came to the side of the pond, literally, just to go up and down was a lot. Just to, I would have said the hell with it. I won't do it. And I don't anymore. And I don't think of it. So that's a huge, huge change. And so my therapist, made a comment, about integration. You're integrating all these different parts of your life, the being retired, the being a new wife, the being, a partner to an aging also, husband, a mom to a 36-year-old. So, being small, I had an interesting experience. I'm crazy about wide leg pants and high-waisted pants. Ooh, because they're so nice. And they're, a throwback to, of course, to my youth, to the 70s, but they also, and if you haven't tried them on, just go get ones that fit well, and look at yourself. Go from the skinny jean, to a wide leg pant, and see how well you look. You're going to have to wear something a little smaller and tighter on top, but you can also do it with a smaller, tighter, like an undershirt, or a cami or something, and then have something flowy, open, if you're feeling uncomfortable yet about going, with a small top. But anyway, squirrel. So, and whoever, who's Ann, the store had a big sale, and I had just bought some pants in the fall, I think. Some other white leg trousers that were a little shorter, size 4, fit just fine. Well, I bought these and they were huge. And so I had to go, and I went in person, and I needed a size 2. And I was kind of having like a tantrum, it was during the day, so there weren't that many people there. It was just the sales women, the sales young women, and I was sort of saying, oh, all these sizes, and in my youth, there was a time when I was 20 pounds thinner than I am. I was 118 pounds, and when I was like a junior or something in high school, I starved literally to get there one summer, and I never wore a size 2, and she was lovely. She was so lovely. She just said, who cares? You're rocking those pants. Look how good, turn around, look at yourself. You look great. Who cares? Would you have cared if you needed a 6? And I kind of had to think about it, because I don't know if I would have cared if I needed a 6, because now 4 is my go-to number. But she was right, and I think it's that integration. Whereas, I keep buying like medium tops. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, please, but it's all relative. I still can't I can't integrate the fact that I'm a small. I've kept myself my same weight for the last, I think, didn't I say like 12 weeks, something like that? I've been at 140, but I still can't trust that come summer, I started buying sleeveless clothes. I haven't worn sleeve, nobody in this decade has seen my arms. But I bought some sleeveless tops. Ralph Lauren has a huge sale going on right now, an extra 40% off from everything that's on sale. So, but I have an issue buying a small. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on integrating this whole idea that I'm okay, I am okay, this is okay now. It's a process that I keep working on. That right now I'm in recovery from binge eating. That if I'm stressed out and I eat a pint of blueberries, I'm not going to gain 100 pounds because I've been able to get in there. When I gain 2 pounds, and say, okay, what's going on? That for today I'm okay. And that's my message to everyone. It's like, take a few minutes. And I think that what's really important that I'm going to say, I don't do a lot of side by side, because I don't want to so much look at side by side my looks. I want to see side by side my behavior, how my behavior has changed. So we're in this together. Take care, everyone. Besos. Thank you for everything. I'll see you soon.